Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. So Solana did break above that $105 level, a very important resistance above which told you we can expect rising prices if that level is holding. As you can see here on the daily chart, we have seen a candle close above it. We have not yet seen a retest on the daily. That might take some time to happen. Usually it will come back to that level even on the daily. Here on the shorter time frames, on the 1 hour chart for example, we have seen a retest, not yet on the daily. Sometimes on the daily it also comes back to that level, but here on the 1 hour it has already been retested. We have also seen here on the 4 hour chart that the level was touched again after we broke it, and generally that is a fairly bullish signal. So again, told you, as soon as we move above that level we can expect rising prices, and we've already moved from 105 to here we were already at $109.50. This is just a very important resistance level. The 105 now being flipped as support again, but bear in mind it's not been retested on the daily yet. We can't see it yet. Typically that would happen. So what we've got here is important resistance around $105. That was broken. We had resistance here, here, and whenever you get such a level to break, it is certainly an opportunity. Yeah, below that, of course, we were just below resistance, and then when you break resistance, it can be an opportunity for rising prices, with, in my opinion, the next price target being the $122 level. That is what we reached, for example, here before. This is the wave 4 high. We already reached it here, couldn't hold it, unfortunately dropped below it. Why is this level also important? Well, because here on the 21st of September we had support. So this is quite a relevant level as well, where we're going to see here the next decision, I think, as long as Solana can hold that $105 level. The $122 level is fairly important for Solana, as I said, because it is that wave 4 high, and that is structurally quite an important level. As you can see here, typically prices are coming back. That was here on the 6th of April, but it did not retest it successfully on the daily, and that is of course also an important confirmation. Now one way to get around it is of course to trade that breakout, for example, and use a stop loss. So in that case the risk would have been minimal, and maybe even with a trailing stop loss or with pulling the stop loss or up, this could have been traded profitable. Now again, made a higher low here overall, and we're currently going higher. Generally though, this is of course the short-term view, and we get to that back in a minute. But medium term, longer term, depending on, or based on what I assume for Bitcoin as well, and based on how impulsive the price came down here personally, I still do expect that we haven't seen the low yet, or that at least we are going to get a little bit deeper into this green target area again. For now we did hold that $100 level, that important support, that is the 61.8% Fibonacci level, and a very important level, so that did hold. There's always a lot of support around the 61.8. Now we've seen obviously a bullish reaction already here with that candle here, which indicates that everything was bought up down here. But again, my view is because we were coming down so impulsively that this here might just be a correction now of that downtrend, and usually or often those wicks also get filled again. But short-term upside possible now that we broke above that $105 level. In line with that, we see negative momentum decrease on the MACD. We are also seeing on the stochastic RSI on the daily that this momentum is rising, which is bullish, and we have also made our way into the bullish range of the RSI above 50. And on top of that we have a buy signal or a long signal on the ADX, but bear in mind the trend is very low. So if you have here a trend, which is the white line below 10, the signal is of limited use. You want to have a clearer trend signal, which will go up if prices go up a little bit more. Here as well, 8 hour chart, same picture. Here we also have a long signal on the ADX and DI. We are in the bullish range, we're far away from being overbought, so there is a lot of scope to the upside, and we already had that bullish crossover on the 8 hour chart here on the 15th of April. So you can typically see these lower time frames react much earlier. And then the 4 hour turning bearish, well, a little bit of reduction of bullish momentum, but I wouldn't put now too much emphasis on the 4 hour, because you typically see that on the 4 hour there's also only one bar when you are in a bit of a consolidation. It seems like we are a little bit here currently in a consolidation, and we probably are in a consolidation because here on the 1 hour chart we were moving into the overbought range, but this is only the 1 hour, so without a problem this could now come down, find support maybe at the 50 level, and then give it another go to the upside. In addition to that, yeah, what we are doing here is currently being in a bit of an uptrend here. This bear in mind it's only the 1 hour chart, but you can draw a trend line here, probably just here. Yeah, and for now we are above this trend line, but this is really only the very short term view on the 1 hour. And you could even argue that this might, well, you could either see that as some kind of a triangle, or yeah, here like a symmetrical one. The problem is that is a bit difficult. You can draw different triangles here, which would be trend continuation. And I think that is the most valid way of doing it, because you could draw this as an ascending wedge, but you only have 2 touch points up there and only the wicks. You could also draw it, yeah, but I think it is more likely to see this currently as a triangle. Bitcoin is currently forming a triangle as well. In the end, in the end, it doesn't matter which pattern it is, because as a trader you should always wait for the breakout anyway. So also here, if you have 2 options of drawing a pattern, you have one bullish and one bearish version. Do you have a problem? No, because you have to wait normally for the breakout. Everything else is just speculation. Yeah, if you want to trade it, then you should wait for the breakout, not trade before the breakout, because you have no clue in which direction it is going. You can prepare and you can make assumptions based on probabilities, but again, you don't know, and it is typically safer also in terms of risk management to wait for a breakout. But again, that's no financial advice, that's just what typically is the case in my own view. Okay, and that is my view here currently on Solana. So generally I would expect rising prices. There's of course a chance to pull back to that trend line once more to retest it. That would then be a bullish signal if we can retest the $105 level here on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour chart, or even on the daily. That would be even more bullish. And then I think we should be able to move to the $122 level. As you can see here, $110, at least here on the 1 hour, was resistance before here. And by the way, what we can see here, we hit exactly here that swing high of that triangle with that breakout here. Yeah, this is the previous swing high from the 12th of April, where we currently are at around $109. Okay, that's my view on Solana. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button and leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.